I shut my eyes in order to see. Paul Gauguin. Hello, welcome back, all my water signs. Thank you very much for joining Firefly Moon Tarot again. This is the time of the new moon in Pisces. This is, as Firefly Moon Tarot, some of you should know if you've already returned. If this is your first time here, it is a moon sign channel. So it is everything moon sign related and moon cyclical related. As I was stating, this is going to be the new moon in Pisces time. So some things about the new moon in Pisces. Now, since you are all water signs, and this is a water sign reading, you are all going to be affected by the Pisces moon a little bit stronger than the other signs. As well, the wolf moon, so the first full moon of the year, the wolf moon, was the Pisces full moon. I believe, forgotten Sun's moon, I'm not sure if that's the correct name, but that energy is so strong and is so emotionally charged that it is lasting Pisces throughout the year. So let's not be surprised, Pisces, if you're also heavily affected by this new moon, which is the Dreamer's moon. The Dreamer's moon at this time is talking about how the veil, well, it's also ruled by, it's got very Neptunian energy, so it's very watery and it's without borders. So that is what this is talking about. This Dreamer's moon is about there being a veil between the waking life and the dream state. So you may be experiencing your dreams almost as prophetic. Now, you also may be experiencing times in your dreams where you're waking and you have a sense that either you're still in your dream or when you're sleeping that your dream is your reality. Now, this can, again, create the veil, the border between both your dreams and your reality. This is also a time where you are more focused on those dreams in your life, those desires, those wants, those hopes. And this is a time where because it's a manifesting moon, that this would be a good time to try and find some kind of resolution to bringing some of those dreams to life. And the main advice we can give at this time regarding your dreams is don't let rationale stop you from chasing them, right? It's not a time to make set plans. If you want to get married, or if whenever these dreams, you want to turn it into a project, like, don't set a specific time when the project has to start. Don't set a specific color of how it's supposed to look. If you're getting married, don't pick a specific location at this time. It's just, things could fall through. Oh my goodness, there's just a lot happening here. I don't know what I'm supposed to do with all these. Okay. Seems to be a message coming through. Now, I'm keeping these two. I will keep them to the side, the Hierophant and the Sun card, because I got both these cards in my reading yesterday for the air signs. And before I started this reading, Spirit, like, there was a card that was misaligned and Spirit told me to look at it, and it was the Temptation card. I also got the Temptation card yesterday. And then when I was working with these cards, there was one card that stayed where it was and it wouldn't be flipped over. It was the same inspirational message that I got for my earth signs. So there seems to be a lot of synchronicities here. Now, if you do have air in your moon, your sun or your rising sign, I'm recommending that you go watch that video. These two cards are just a reinforcement for you. If you have a Taurus, Virgo, or Capricorn rising or sun, I recommend going and watching the earth video because the inspirational message is also for you. So I am going to keep these two cards here. And because the temptation, they showed me the temptation earlier, I will speak about that now and the presence and energy in which it came out. Temptation is a time when you are not paying enough attention to your own health and well-being. It is also a time when you need to cut bad habits or people out of your life. Now, this may be not just for you having to do that. There is someone that is that may be close to you that needs to focus in more on their health and well-being as well by cutting out negative behavior, toxic cycles, and general negative thought, negative thinking, very pessimistic kind of attitude. The temptation is it's just telling you, you know, be wary of your vices at this time and those of the vices of the people around you. All right? So I'll start off with that message. Now, to return back to the Dreamer's Moon, this is also a time when, because the emotions are so highly affected by both the veil between the reality and the dream world, your ability to articulate your emotions is going to be a lot tougher right now for everyone, because the emotions that you feel are so personal and unique to you. You feel that you don't know how to explain it to other people, or because you're afraid they may not understand either. So these are just some telltales of the Dreamer's Moon. Let's see if there's anything else. Reality is not going to be fixed into one kind of state either, okay? So please, Spirit, can you guide me for my water signs? What does Cancer need to hear for their highest good? Cancer at this time, please, Spirit, guides, guardians, angels. What does our Cancer need to know at this time of the Dreamer's full moon? New moon, my bad. And like I mentioned before, this is all about new moons are about manifesting. So, ooh, 2 queens. Very interesting. Very interesting. I kind of like that energy. So whatever these dreams are, this may be a moment when to start, you know, really thinking this is possible. This is possible. Don't listen to any of those negative people out there saying, no, you know, you're this, and this. There's all these obstacles in front of you. Don't worry about that. You'll find a way to get over them. Now, making concrete plans is not the way to get over them, but you'll get over them. All right, please, Spirit, Guard, Angel, can I get a final card for Cancer at this time? I know we had a lot of chaos. I think it was the Chariot that was causing a lot of the chaotic energy in the last bundle of cards. Thank you very much, Spirit. The Hermit. Thank you. Little Virgo energy. All right. Please, Spirit, guides, guardians, angel, can you guide my Scorpios? What do they need to hear at this time for this highest good? What messages do I need to relay to them? Oh, that was so weird. There were like, I felt like 3 different pulls, like of clumped cards that wanted to maybe release itself like 3 times, and then on the third one these 2 came out together. It was really interesting. It's like, no, those aren't the clumps. Those aren't the clumped cards. Those aren't the clumped cards. All right, thank you very much for Scorpio. Last up, we have Pisces, who the new moon is going to affect most. Pisces, what do they need to know at this time for their highest good? What messages can I relay to them from you, Spirit? What kind of additional messages do they need to hear after getting the Ace of Earth, the King of Fire, the 4 of Earth, the Chariot, and the 6 of Air? All right, Pisces. What do we have going on here? I'm wondering. We have a little 6 of Water energy happening for you, Pisces. A little dreaming of the past, maybe. Reoccurring dreams, perhaps. Oh, nope, I'm taking that. Yep. 2 of fire. Lovely, lovely. All right, and our last card. Transformation. Beautiful. All right, thank you very much, Spirit. All right, let's jump right in here. This is the 6 of air. This is your Ace of Earth. I'm going to move all these up so I can get some space here. Here we have the King of Fire, a Chariot, and our 4 of Earth, right? Okay. So, there's something substantial coming in here, and it's going to be coming in quick. I mean, with the fact that this 6 of air energy and this Chariot energy here are here, it's telling, I'm getting there, this is the new opportunity, a new material, physical opportunity. And with the Chariot, I'm really it's a speedy balance kind of energy. It's a very, it's time to go to, I'm not saying you're going to battle, but it's time to go to battle. So what you need to do, you need to mobilize yourself quickly in order to get a jump either on the enemy, or you need to be the first one, like everybody else is walking, but you're in the Chariot. So I'm feeling real speed with this energy. Now this is a Cancer card, so this could, if you're Cancer, this may directly resonate with you. Now, 4 of Earth is a sense of stability, a sense of security, especially with these Earth signs here, or these Earth signs. It's even, and this new opportunity is also going to be equally stable. Like, you're in a very stable state right now, right? But something new is coming in. Now, it may be love. Some of you maybe, literally the heart's on the outside of their body here, with somebody who is very passionate and finds you very attractive, that you find them very attractive, and that is all in on a relationship, and you are moving full steam ahead with this. And this is a very solid offer of commitment. Now, others of you, this might be a job. This might be like if you're offered a scholarship someplace that you didn't think you were going to get, like all of a sudden, like the last person backed out, so it's like all of a sudden you get it. Now this could also have something to do with something that I get like a harvest of some kind, like something that you've planted the seeds, and you've sowed the till, or the soil, and you planted the seeds, and now something is growing from it. And it's kind of like you've kind of forgotten about it. It's not that you completely forgot about it. It's just that it wasn't in the forefront of your mind. And all of a sudden, it's starting to reap some kind of benefit. So some of you might have started also a side hustle like 6 weeks ago, and all of a sudden, or 6 to 7 weeks ago, and all of a sudden you're starting to see some growth coming out of it, right? Some stability coming out of it. You might have started a new job about 6 to 7 weeks ago, and you're just now starting to feel the flow of it. You're also starting to feel a little bit more comfortable in it. Like you're able to embody that energy and that power that you knew you had. Like, you're more comfortable to take on a little bit more proactive approach and proactive leadership roles within the job. Let's see. It's also, it's warning you that you also, with this Dreamer's Moon specifically, what I'm getting, because the Dreamer's Moon is all about that veil kind of between, reality and the dream world. Now, you may have a lot of hopes and aspirations when it comes to this opportunity. And what this chariot is trying to tell you is don't get distracted by too many of them. Like, there's speed involved, there's haste involved, but don't be too hasty and don't get distracted by other things. There has to be a sense of security with this. Now, I know the 6 is a quick moving card, the Chariot is a quick moving card, but this Ace of Pentacle and this 4, I mean, the 7 of Earth would have been the only other one that are more, that are like, if that came up here, it's just like, you're really going to have to build. So you're going to have to balance the things that need to be done right now and the things that can be put on the back burner. And you need to balance the things that require more long-term investment and things that you can, do on a moment's notice, like as far as completing projects or meeting up with someone or taking a vacation, or like I said, if you're planning a wedding, in the example thing, that, don't set a location yet, but, start tasting cakes. There's just some things that you can still do, but you don't have to get, the base of it, like where it will be held. I mean, eventually, yes, that's a big deal, and you're going to have to book it in advance, but there are plenty of other things that you can start planning before you get there. I mean, I see that the 6 of Air coming out. It just says that whatever this is a journey. You are setting off on an expedition, I'm kind of getting. Some of you may literally are an archaeologist and you're going to an excavation of some kind. I don't want to say just adventure, but I feel, more, like what I said. Like it just, this is a stage and a moment and an opportunity where it is, because, an adventure is something that you don't have to do as many preparations for. Where an expedition, you have to prep for it, right? There are things that need to be rooted down in the solid. It's not like you can just take a left one day and a right next day when you're visiting a place and it's like, ooh, I'm an adventurer. What am I going to find? Like, their passports need to possibly be worked out. Money needs to be worked out. How long you are going for, and what kind of supplies you're going to need while you're there. Who's going to take care of certain things while you're gone. So there's a lot of planning that is going on in that. Now, like I said, because it's a new moon, don't set things down in stone, but there are ways you can still participate in the progression of an activity without setting things down in stone, or without making concrete plans about it, right? This Chariot is just, I'm feeling like some of you are graduating and you're going to go directly, you're graduating, you're going directly into a job. And this may have you relocating some cases. This is a very positive outcome. You're really going to come into you're going to come into yourself. Like, you're going to feel very confident about this stage in your life. Like, this opportunity for you to go from, let's say, whether it's undergrad or graduate degree or whatever, if this is an opportunity for graduation, or if you're exiting the military or graduating from, any of those academies and you're going to the military, like, this kind of freedom-based and individual, very independent opportunity for you to expand your horizons in yourself is going to make you feel really good about yourself. And it's going to make you feel really confident about yourself. And it may even make you feel sexy about yourself, going out, spending those first paychecks that you earned. And again, I feel like you've been working towards whatever this is. Yeah, this is really beautiful. Like I said, Cancer is here, the Chariot, so that may resonate with you more. I'm not going to share the rest of the signs because I think Cancer is the only one that is especially emphasized in this. So things may move a little quicker for the Cancer involved in this, where the pace for everybody else is pretty much a balance that needs to be distributed properly, weighted and distributed, right? All right, thank you very much, water signs. That is a really nice journey. Like I said, an expedition of your life, like a new stage, like a full-on, you know, charted path and direction that you're headed here. And like I said, congratulations to some of those of you who are planning weddings. It looks like it's going to be a beautiful ceremony. I forgot to mention that. It's going to be a beautiful ceremony. Regardless, like I said, you don't have to set everything down in stone now. But, you know, it all comes at its pace, and it's a beautiful ending. Also, the relationship, for some of you who are getting relationships, very stable. The job opportunity also very stable. Like, I love to see this Ace of Earth, when material things are concerned, because like I said, this is this new opportunity. So I really feel like it is a precipice situation for a lot of you, and it's just gonna, once it starts, it's just gonna take hold of you, and it's gonna lead you. You know, I mean, you're just gonna be on this journey, this expedition. And it's going to lead you to beautiful places. And I mean, that is if you accept the energy that's around you and you work with it instead of counteract it and work against it. So just also always some extra advice there. So I'm just going to get a card of inspiration for everyone. I have already shuffled the cards and I have meditated on your cards. I did not cut them though, so I'm going to cut these. I wanted to wait until I did that for, I don't know if that was the bottom or the top, but Spirit had me do it that way, so. All right, so our inspirational message for this time, water signs. Oh, Pleiades. So this is its own like connection to starseed energy. So the Pleiades planet is one of the planets that we are connected with here, Earth and the Earthlings, or Terrans, as we like to, some of us like to refer to ourselves. And this is going to be a lot of channeling some of this energy and accomplishing some of these goals using your Pleiades energy, right? So what it says on the card here is double mission, channeling and uplifting humanity. So like I said, wherever this direction you're going, whatever this new opportunity is, this expedition, like I said, it's going to be a long-term thing, and it's something that's possibly been building over the last 6 to 7 weeks. It is going to have a beautiful resolution outcome, right? Just golden, gorgeous, fiery, passionate, just, it's going to have a very beautiful outcome. And this may affect the people around you. Like whatever it is that you're doing is going to create good as well, in a sense. So, Pleiades, I will read the card for you. And then I'll just read the short manifestation at the end. All right. So the Pleiadians are a group of star beings dedicated to raising the vibration of the planet and sharing new consciousness through creations and technology. They have been incarnating on Earth since near the beginning of humanity. You are a soul who has a double mission: to grow at soul level and to raise the vibration of the planet. If you have been called to write, speak, or channel, this is your sign to keep doing it. Your work is divinely guided. Of all the souls, Pleiadians are the chattiest. And so perhaps you have already started channeling some of this work into the third dimension. Thank you for doing your part in the great plan. Your presence and unique light is needed. So I like the idea that it's to grow at a soul level and raise the vibration of the planet. Like I was saying, this is just, I mean, the Chariot is, I mean, if you're going to war, you're on a mission, right? You have a mission, you have a duty, you have a goal, you have an objective. And I think this as an inspiration card is a beautiful inspirational message for everyone in there, because it just knows that she's kind of telling you, or they are kind of telling you, that you are connected to everything. You're worth it. Your value is high. You create value by being you. And you've had a charming history, and it's time to just, keep moving forward with your goals. That's a really beautiful message to some of you. I like that. I like that. Oops. Sorry. So now I just want to read real quick the manifestation. I call upon Palladian consciousness of the highest realms and highest good of humanity to work through me. Let me be a channel for only the purest light of the essence of Source. Let me channel in a way that also serves me. And I think that was also that temptation card that Spirit told me to look at, but wasn't directly part of your message. And I mean, don't forget, we also have the Sun here in the Hierophant. So knowledge and joy. This is literally spiritual awakening right here. These two cards together. Boom, soul calling. So it's very beautiful. And the temptation, again, is all about cutting out, making sure that you're taking care of your wellness, right? And your well-being. All right, thank you very much, water signs. If you enjoyed this, please like, share, or subscribe. I do appreciate all the support. And now I'm going to go into the individual readings for the signs. So you can find yours link in the description box. And there is a short meditation at the end of this video. Love and light. All right, Cancer, Hermit, Virgo energy. So you might be dealing with a Virgo, Queen of Water and the Queen of Air. Now, I find this very interesting. I think this balance that I was talking about, finding a way to balance both that quick moving energy and that slow moving energy, of having to, decipher what can be done now, what do I need to accept as not being important right now that can be done at a later time. The Hermit is all about going inward. And this Palladian about this soul awakening, a spiritual awakening. That's what the Hermit is working on, right? In divine enlightenment. The Hierophant is, you have the knowledge of things, you're learning. You're going through the stages, 3 major, glow up stages. And the Hermit is like, okay, now I've gone out and I've been active and I've been participating. Now I need to kind of full moon energy this, that it's time to recollect on what's been going on, what I've been working on, and find the right way to address these things. So I feel like the Hermit energy is going to require you, specifically Cancer, and the Chariot card is you. So I feel like you have been going head steam at this, whatever this is, and it's time for you to literally put the brakes on. Stop. Put the brakes on, run into a wall. And there's 2 things you need to do to get through this. And that is there's 3 things that are coming through. You need to, first off, embody both the Queen of Water energy and the Queen of Air. You need to be able to be compassionate, loving, and caring while being very direct, forward, and sincere with your words. There is a resolution that needs to be made. There are hard decisions that need to be made. And you need to make those, absolutely make them without doubting yourself, without questioning yourself. And they need to be communicated. But the way that you can communicate them need to be dealt and done with a very powerful and empathetic voice. So you need to work on not being passive aggressive and being very open and honest. Now, that's one of the messages. The other messages I'm getting to you is you need to call on, you have 2 friends, and each of them offer a very opposite sense of advice and structure. Have the very laid back kind of, just do what you feel is right kind of person. And the other one is you need to take charge. You know what you want. Stop trying to convince yourself otherwise and do it. So like a very harsh and a very soft energy. And you need these 2 friends, or you have these 2 friends who are going to offer you these types of advice. And you are going to take something from each of them. And that is what's going to lead you to the right key to this solution, right? The right outcome to this puzzle. Because like I said, this is something where you need to balance both the quick and slow energy. And there are decisions that need to be made. And you have all the information you need to make them. You just need the assistance, the guidance, because that's what the Hermit was looking for. He's the guidance, the key. Now, others of you, the last major message I'm getting, these are your spirit guides, and they are going to help guide you through this Hermit phase. Now, most of these messages are going to come to you through dreams, because like I said, especially the messages from the Water Queen. She rules the emotions. So you are going to feel that things are right or they're wrong. You're going to feel a drag and a pull to go a certain direction. And these are most likely responses from the dreams that you've had where they've sent through a specific energy, or brought in individuals that represent your more emotional, calmer, peaceful side of your life. And the other guide might actually, the other guide, the signs that you're going to, because it's a very communicative element, air, the signs that you're going to get from this Queen of Air are most likely going to be through music or songs. Also, you're going to be seeing either numbers or words that are repeating. And I don't mean the word the or a. I'm not talking about determiners. I'm talking about proper nouns. Oh, not proper nouns, but I mean, sometimes maybe they could be proper nouns, but nouns. I don't think they're not going to be specifically, I think, in the adjective state. There might, or anything like or verbiage, but there will be a repetition of probably most likely nouns is what I'm getting for you. And like I said, music and repeat numbers. It also may be conversations that you continuously have with an individual. Like there may be a lesson in that. Like, why is this person telling me this over and over again? Like that may not be really them talking. That may be this spirit guide using them as a conduit to try and force a solution upon you. Now, do you have to take their advice? No, you don't. You can do what you want to do. This is your time. This is your time to really navigate what is best for you. And again, I get that navigate, this expedition, this journey, so it's definitely what is best to navigate what is best for you. So those are the 3 major messages that I'm getting. Again, just reinforce if you have a sun or a rising sign in Virgo. For some reason, I'm also getting the number 6, which just reinforces the 6-week thing. So this may be you need to take a good 6 weeks before you make a major decision about this. All right. Also, Virgo season doesn't come up till end of August, beginning of September. I don't feel like that's as relevant, but I feel like something's going to communicate. You're going to receive a message even then. Like, it's going to come out of the blue. I'm feeling like that, like, and you may even be pretty much finished with this journey or something, but all of a sudden you're going to be like streamlined, like downloaded a message, and it's going to relate back to this situation, and it's going to come sometime during the summer. Somehow that's relevant. Now, what is really attracting me right now, like halting me, is the color of the water in this Queen of Water. And I just keep wanting to say it's not going to be a, like, okay, so this goes back to what I was saying. The way that this person is going to communicate to you, if it is a spirit guide, is going to be through the dreams, which means it's going to be murky. The communication style is going to be murky, and it's not going to be as clear as the messages from this Queen of Air. This may also apply to your friends, the people around you that are the two individuals that may be offering advice. And this may not just be a friend, this may be family members, this may be coworkers. This might just be some random thing you watch on YouTube. One of these it's not me, because I don't think I'm either of those. I'd be different. I mean, who knows? Maybe right now I am one of those. So it's just going to be a bit murkier, not as translucent and clear is the messages that I'm getting. All right, Cancer, I am going to pull a advice card for you. I did shuffle these already, and now I just cut them. Oh, I got it right there. All right. Oh my gosh. Okay. So I'll share this for you. Now, if you remember when I was dealing these cards that I said that Spirit showed me the repeat, like one, it showed me the temptation card from this deck, or asked me to look at it because it was sticking out. They asked me to look at a specific inspiration card. Well, it was stuck on the table, so it just said turn it over, and it was the same one for Taurus. And then when I was dealing this, I'm like, okay, Spirit, I'm like, is there a card I need to look at before we start this? This was the card. Last quarter moon in Pisces. Talk less, feel more. So if I should just reinforce, because I did not say it enough, the Hermit is a solitary energy. It is not a outgoing energy. So there's a lot of not talking and a lot of meditating with this. And I mean, as I mentioned, the Pisces new moon, you know, the dreamer's moon, and the moon itself is ruled by it rules the water, basically. The moon causes the tides to shift, and water is our emotions. So it's telling you to, one, be wary of your emotions, but be attentive of your emotions. You know, be honest with your emotions. And there's amethyst all around this card. I mean, I believe she's even holding a giant stone, and the color of amethyst is on this side of the moon. So it's all about healing. Like, there's a lot of healing that needs to be going on, which it doesn't talk about just your own as Palladius cards. It talks about you healing other people. So by you don't, like, there's conversations that you don't need to get into, right? There's just words that don't need to be spoken. Like, I have this new rule where if, you know, I planned on saying something specifically, let's say I was having a conversation at a dinner with a bunch of people, and, you know, everybody gets their chance to speak, and some people try to, you know, butt in and just say what they want to say because they're afraid they'll forget it. And I've kind of picked up this new routine where, you know, I'll speak when it's about time for me to speak. And then if I had something in my mind when somebody said something and I wanted to, you know, make comment on it, if I forget it by the time I have an opportunity to speak, it wasn't worth speaking. And so it just kind of like reinforces those moments of silence and gratitude that I think we all need to take more appreciation of. So I am going to read the last quarter moon in Pisces for you. And I'm going to have to, again, for you, the same thing. So an extra message is coming out of Spirit. Whatever decision it is that you're making or that you're going to have to make, it is going to be the last decision, like the last option. It's going to be like, this was the last card. This is the last card of that deck. This is the last card of this deck. It is going to be either last minute, is you're going to finally come to a decision, or you have like a list of like, you're brainstorming and brainstorming. You've been brainstorming for a while on a lot of things. And the last brainstorm that you have, that is going to be the kicker, right? That's going to be the solution. That's going to be the key to this balance and this progression and this expedition. All right? So, the danger in your current situation is that you're going to be really good at starting things and less good at finishing them. And I apologize for this because this is the Pisces moon, all right? The new moon. This card suggests that you need to talk less and feel more. So rather than telling people what you want now, feel your feelings about what you want. What comes up? Do you believe in yourself or not? Perhaps you started strong but are running out of steam. If so, go within and ask yourself how committed you are to your goals. Remember that it's okay to change your mind. Now, and I was speaking earlier when I was explaining what this new moon in Pisces is. I was going to say the feelings that I did say that the feelings that you're feeling, the emotions that you have right now are so veiled between, the dream state and the reality state. And the emotions are so charged by this moon that you will have a hard time articulating verbally how you're feeling about things because they're so unique, right? And I think that's what this is a lot. And it's saying is that you don't have to, in these moments, tell people how you're feeling about things. You just need to continue to feel them. And then identify and address how feeling them even makes you feel. Like, are you much happier in those moments where you just accept the feeling and emotion without having to verbally share them? I think those kind of games and tools are really a positive thing, like a meditative opportunity for you, right? All right, so I'm going to ask you now to take 3 deep breaths to calm yourself. Set the attention that this time is for you. So breathe in and breathe out. And on your last breath, I'm going to ask you to close your eyes. Second deep breath in. Then release that energy. And then you're going to now close your eyes. And after this deep breath, I want you to repeat after me, either to yourself or out loud. I feel all my feelings and it feels good. I feel all my feelings and it feels good. I feel all my feelings and it feels good. All right, thank you very much, Cancer. If you enjoyed this, please like, comment, share, subscribe. And yeah, I think I covered them all. I love to hear anything if anybody wants to participate in the energy exchange, which is tarot. Also, don't forget to check in the description box. There is a short meditation at the end of this video. Love and light. All right, thank you very much, Scorpios, for returning to me. This is your portion of the reading. We have here a 4 of fire. Ooh, 11, love that. Loving love, love, love. The High Priestess, silent knowing. And a 3 of water, celebration or heartbreak. Okay, I look at more of it as the celebration. I really do. To me, so much of it is, to me, it's about the community. Now, you literally might be going to a wedding, right? The High Priestess, the wedding card, and celebration card. It might be your wedding. It might be somebody else's. You might be planning this wedding. This may be your job, actually. You might be in charge of a portion of an event or a wedding or some kind of celebration. So the job that you have, I mean, you might have just gotten it. You might have just, this might be your first big event that you are planning. And I mean, what I say, it's going to be successful, definitely. You know what you're doing. And the number 2, I mean, is also a really early start to a situation. Now, I would say in this case, you need to work on your communication, which I think that was a little bit of a mess here, but I'm getting with this because the High Priestess, she knows what she's doing. She just doesn't speak up very often. So there may be opportunities or moments where you don't feel you can chime in and give your opinion about a specific situation, but I think you need to start learning how to use your voice. Let's see. What else, Scorpio? Oh, I do want to check one thing. Okay, so what else? What else? Okay, yes. I figured as much. The High Priestess is also ruled by the moon, and the moon rules water. So again, this is just reinforcing how strong this time is going to be for you emotionally. Okay, so when I say that, I'm getting the fact that you may, or someone around you, because when the temptation card came out earlier and it told me to give you the same measure that it gave someone else, somebody around you may be exhibiting poor behavior when it comes in regards to their own wellness. Now you may be the one that is also displaying such behavior, but cut down on the partying. You know, I feel like you don't need to attend every party. Now, again, for some of you, this may be your job. You may be, you know, an event planner. You may be a PR rep. But you may work in a bar or something like that where you feel like drinking and alcohol and going out and partying is part of the unfortunate, like, requirements of socialization, right? It's telling you to watch yourself. I'm getting this kind of watch yourself, know better, know your limits. I think you need to start learning your limits, right? For some of you Scorpios, telling the Scorpio to learn their limit is also like, being like, nah, I can handle this. I'm good. Thank you. You know? Oh, some of you might be, I believe, going to a concert. And like I said, there's some of you are meeting someone, like there is possible a love opportunity here for you, and you might meet them out at a show. I'm just getting that because, I mean, there's drinking at a show, there's music at a show, there's celebration at a show, and this person came out of nowhere. Like, everybody, it might be even someone that you know, and you just never saw them. Like, you know, when some of those people, like, finally say, I see you, and it doesn't mean that they just visually identified your physical presence. It means that they are accepting you as a mind, body, and soul of an individual, and they see you. You know, I think this might be the first, they might be in your crew or whatever like that, but this is the first time you actually kind of like noticed, oh, this person might be a good match for me, or I'm kind of interested in this person, like I never would have thought, you know? It just kind of came out of nowhere. And like I said, you're physically attracted to them and they're physically attracted to you. And it's a real solid offer. So I am seeing the love message. Of course, it's in the Scorpio of all the 3 signs. I mean, I know Pisces are supposed to love, but Scorpios, man, you always got something. Always got a little something. And your transformation card is actually in the Pisces read. So maybe you are meeting a Pisces. And the moon, Pisces rules the moon. Cancer also rules the moon. So it might be Cancer or Pisces. So I'll just throw that in there. Or you might be. And again, this could be sun sign. And since I'm doing moon signs, it could be moon sign related. Or rising sign. Those are the 3 main ones that I stick to when I give examples. Fashion show I'm also getting. Wow, if one of you is hanging out at a fashion show, congratulations, you made it. Scorpio, what else am I seeing between this? Knowing how to do your job well is going to lead other people to want to support you and celebrate you. It also could lead to possible financial raises. So this is, I feel, just very competence. There's a lot of competence in this card that's being projected right now. There's also a lot of trust and reliability. So, I mean, I know those ones those could be just kind of synonyms from each other. But I see that if it's a team environment, you're creating the persona of someone that, you know, they're happy for. And someone that management is identifying as a possible, you know, for possible raises and might have a long-term position with the company in their position. So just keep doing a good job. I mean, you're obviously doing a good job. You seem to have this balance very well. The only warning is try to cut down on your partying and your drinking. You sleep might be something that you need to pay more attention to. You're living too many of your dreams in the physical world, in the physical realm, instead of the you know, the sixth dimension. No. In the dream state, in the astral realm, in the lucid state. I also say, you know, lighten up a bit. Like, you know, like, lighten up just a bit. Now, this person has no wrinkles, no, like, there's no show that they smile, no show that they cry or anything like that. I think just, in general, just a general note, just lighten up a bit, you know, on those times where you get a little bit too, for some of you, like I said, this is going to be take what resonates. These are not one-to-run readings. I'm not sure how many people are watching this or will watch this. The messages are coming through, so some of these messages are meant for someone who's supposed to be watching this, but you're not all the same person, and you're not all dealing with the same situation. So take what resonates and leave the rest behind, because these are not one-to-one readings. All right, Scorpio, I am going to get a advice card from you. I have already shuffled and, oops, yeah, this one. Oh, this is so sweet. This really goes with this Four of Fire here. Like I said, you know, like this one says shine. Shine. Like I was saying, you need to find your voice a little bit more. You have this like competence and reliability about yourself in this journey that you're going on, this expedition, and you need to find your voice a little bit more, right? This is just the new moon in Leo shine, and I feel like that's where this is all coming from. Like, just the advice is, if you're not, because right now, like, I don't know, maybe that's what's holding you back, like why you're still in this, like, this very stoic, solid kind of structured place, is that you're not comfortable yet. You haven't embodied this real king of fire energy yet, the success that you know you can be. But like I said, you have the personality and the capabilities and the competency to make people look at you like they want to celebrate your good jobs. They want to offer you promotions for your teamwork and your soft skills, your hard skills. Like, there's a lot of like teamwork. Like, people really enjoy working with you, right? And I think this is just the advice. Like, just keep doing it. Like, keep going. It's Leo, new moon, gorgeous. Let it shine. Second, I seem to be missing. New moon in Leo. Let's read this. New moon in Leo, 36. I love it to shine. Shine, 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 shine. All day, all night. A new day. But you may shine, but know your limits. Know your party limits. Know your drinking limits. Because if there's anything that could disrupt your advancement and your success in this situation. Like, because I was talking, this is a balancing. There needs to be a balance between the things that need to get done immediately and the things that can take more long-term investment. Now, the thing that could disrupt all this is if you don't know your boundaries and don't know your limits when it comes to specifically your personal non-work life. All right? Okay. So, yeah, you don't need to be the drunkest one at the party to still shine, right? A new day is dawning. You're moving from darker times to light and are well on your way to your desired outcome. Like I said, it's a really, really strong, beautiful, powerful outcome to this entire, expedition. Be proud of who you are. Your self-confidence has got you this far, so keep on believing in yourself. Sometimes we have to fake it until we make it, and that's okay too. You're on the right track, and the future is bright. In relationships, you carry yourself with respect, and others will respect you. Whatever challenges you're facing, consider taking a more creative approach. So I think that really, that speaks to almost everything that I talked about, both in this part and this section. And like with the High Priestess, sometimes you have to fake it until you make it. Like until you start opening up, like lighten up, like I said, like you're obviously building that repertoire or that reputation, and soon, once you feel a little bit more comfortable, you'll be able to use your voice more often. Like, the first thing I said when I got this is you need to be able to use your voice, speak a little bit more often, right? Okay, so I'm going to ask you now to take 3 deep breaths. On the last breath, I'm going to ask you to close your eyes, and then you are going to repeat after me as I read them, either to yourself or out loud. I want you to also set the intention that this time is for you and for your highest good. Now take a deep breath in. And then release. Deep breath out. And in. And release all that negativity, anxiety. Now close your eyes and breathe in. Release. Now repeat after me your affirmation. I am magnificent. I love me. I am magnificent. I love me. I am magnificent and I love me. Thank you very much, Scorpios. If you enjoyed this, please like, share, or subscribe. I do appreciate all the support. And don't forget, in the description box, there is a link to a short meditation at the end of this video. Love and light, Scorpio. All right, thank you for joining back with me, Pisces. This is your part of the reading. You have our transformation card, which is all that Scorpion, Plutonian energy. You have your 2 of fire, ready to take that journey. Ready. You've been looking forward to taking this journey. And your 6 of water. There is definitely something nostalgic about the past. And and again, these dreams. You might, like, I got right off the bat when I saw this first for you, and the fact that it is this Pisces new moon, is that a lot of your dreams are probably in some way either framed in a place where you grew up, or the people that are in them might be those from your childhood that you grew up with. So I feel a lot of nostalgia. I feel like Spirit is talking to you through this, because I think you need to understand where you came from in order to successfully fulfill this expedition that you're headed on, right? So there is definitely something about understanding your past to become this new person, this new endeavor, this king of fire, right? It's not to say that you weren't a king of fire. It's just this is a different king of fire. even because in some essence, you don't just become the king of fire out of nowhere. You have to embody, some of those leadership skills. You have to embody some of those confidence, personality traits. You don't just become a king of fire from, a hierophant. Not a hierophant, but they said that. So, okay. I said that, so it obviously means something. Now, a lot of this, like I said, this recollection on the past, knowing who you were. Life goes through major events or stages for you, and it's time for you to transform into this new stage. Some of you might be, like I mentioned earlier, some of you might be graduating school and heading off to a job, undergrad, graduate, PhD, I don't know. Some of you might be getting married. I don't see kids here, so I don't feel like kids are involved in this. Some of you might be moving. This is this new journey. Whatever this is an expedition. It's been something. And here's another 6, so that's a 6. And I have a 6 here too, but 6 to 7 weeks. Something that has been gestating for 6 to 7 weeks, and it's finally getting on. It's like whatever this feeling is that's been niggling at you, it's coming to fruition, and you need to understand the past, and maybe not just your past. And I think this is very important to mention because we got the Palladius card, your past lives, your connection to creating this higher frequency for all living beings, right? This participation in the larger collective. So understanding a bit of that will help you on your journey to your transformation, right? Because it's time. It's time. You've been waiting. You've been waiting for this to happen. You've been waiting for the right moment. So it's happening. And it may require you to confront some of the darker sides of your personality. Accepting more of the true parts of who you are that you aren't going to be able to change, For others of you, for those of you getting into a solid relationship, this may be someone from your past and they have gone through a complete transformation. This could be either they went to rehab or they joined the military and they came out either scarred physically or mentally, and they've done a lot of work on who they are. This is someone who might have gotten famous and is no longer famous, has chosen a different path for themselves. Or this doesn't mean just like someone who's maybe was on TV or on the radio, but maybe someone who played a professional sport. So this could be you like, or even someone that you used to date. That sounds really, very few of you, very few. Because I mean, once someone's out of your life, you really kind of want to. But I'm getting that because in this, it's like someone who you thought could have been your soulmate and you dated at a young age, and because of where each of you were at that time, neither of you were the person you needed to be in order to create a successful union, right? Someone you probably even still think about them, like, the love that got away type individual. So some of you might be reconnecting with someone from the past as far as love is concerned. And it's taken them a bit of a ways to get to where they are now. And they're still working on it. And they're still working on this transformation, but they're in a much better place. This could be a Scorpio, I will say. Could be Aries or Leo. And this can be, again, sun or rising or moon. For others of you, you may just need, like, in order to kind of freshen out and balance this, you may be reworking your living space. You may have been in the same apartment for a while, or the same house, and you've had the same furniture, the same color wallpaper, or same color walls, you may be investing in refurbishing your place just so you can feel like a new person. Like, it creates new energy. And I really believe this. I think it's good to kind of move things up within your living quarters, you know, every 6 months or so, because what it does, it creates new energy around you, and new energy inspires. And getting yourself to participate in your living space to the point where you want to make it better for yourself also shows an initiative that, again, about your wellness and your health, that you are showing a proactive interest in your well-being and into your livelihood. So kind of staying active in your space is really important as well, I think, at this time. So it could be physical transformation of your space. Any other messages? So I'm getting those 3 main messages. Definitely strongest. The last one is that you may be helping a friend of yours go through their healing and transformation process. It's a friend of yours that you've known, or a family member that obviously you've known for a really long time, and they've asked you for their help in getting better, getting well, seeking guidance, or, you know, maybe even just helping with a move or helping redesign their house. But either way, this is more than just a physical helping. I believe your essence and presence and energy, especially as a Pleiadian, will help them evolve and grow, right? All right. I mean, I think Pisces. That's because, you know, I mean, you're such a loving friend. When you're a friend, you're there to show compassion and to show love. And I think that's what all these people need is your compassion and your love right now, right? All right. I'm just going to get a last card of advice. I have already shuffled the deck. Feeling one down here. Yep. Full moon in Aries. Okay, very interesting. How I just said that you show your, this one says cool your emotions. Very interesting. Very interesting. Because you have so much to give, you know, and you're going through this process. Let's see what this says. Let's see what cool your emotions, as the full moon in Aries says. Actually, this is also reinforcing that for some of you who are in love, it might, like I said earlier, this might be a Leo or an Aries. This is reinforcing that it could definitely be an Aries that is coming into your life, or specifically regarding the love message. I mean, there's 2 other messages there, but specifically regarding the love message. And that, again, might be the moon sign Aries, since this is the moon card. It could also be rising and sun, though. But that's just reinforcing for some of you. All right, so this is just advice, and this may be going on separate from this circumstance. This kind of might be what, you know, I was talking about the balance between things. So you may be having to deal with the situation, and the thing is the other situations you're dealing with are this type of like energy, high heat energy, and this is the other side energy, and you're having to navigate and balance this, right? Okay, so there's 2 sides of the equation that could get advice, and this is one side. All right, sorry, bless me. Good. Are you in the middle of an argument, or perhaps in the mood to pick an argument? See how there's even 2 halves of that statement? So surely not. Or are you being overtly forward? This is a time of heated emotions and frayed tempers. Anger is better than despair, as Abraham Hicks taught us, because anger spurs us on to do something, but you may get better results if you master your emotions. Certainly avoid stirring the pot, or it could boil over. Cooling your emotions and being the peacemaker means you'll attract a more peaceful outcome. Now, like I was saying, like if you're upset with where you're living or the conditions you're living in, I feel like that is the moment when it spurs you to create a more compatible living space for yourself, which again is about supporting your health and wellness. Okay, now I want you to, I'm going to ask you actually to take 3 deep breaths. On the last breath, I'm going to ask you to close your eyes. And then after the words, I want you to repeat after me, either to yourself or out loud. So, first, deep breath in. Set the determination that this is time is for you. Breathe it out. And next, deep breath in. And release all those argumentative and moody feelings and energy. Last deep breath in, close your eyes. Release and repeat after me. Out of this, only good will come. Out of this, only good will come. Out of this, only good will come. I'm also getting, real quick, it's time before we close off, a timing card. So this situation may take up, this balancing act will go into the end of March, beginning of April energy, okay? Now I know, I mean, that's only a couple weeks away. We're already at the end of February almost. So this is just a timing. It just wants to reinforce this timing card on you, for you Pisces. All right, thank you very much. I hope you enjoyed this. If you did, I'd love to hear in the comments. Go ahead, like, subscribe, share it with everyone you know. And don't forget that right after this is another short meditation to just help, rejuvenate your energy. Love and light. Now take a deep breath in, deep, pure, clear, pure.